Go fruit yourself.
Hey Fruit Bats, it's Freely the Banana Girl here. Welcome to another episode. So I just woke up and I was thinking in bed about the whole raw food elitist thing. Are you a raw food elitist? Am I a raw food elitist? Well, I'm going to talk about that more today. When I found this lifestyle over 7 years ago, I was super excited. I was like, this is a lifestyle that's going to get me lean, fit and healthy. I am going to feel amazing, and that is true for the most part. So I got really excited and went and got all the raw food books that I could find. And one in particular, Nature's First Law, had a mantra in there. Cooked food is poison. Cooked food is poison at the end of each chapter. So it became like a mantra in my head. That was kind of the start of my, thinking that cooked food was absolute poison and it shouldn't go in the body. So I always looked at cooked carbohydrates as, if I eat them, they're going to damage my cells, they're really unhealthy for me, they're not good, they should never be in the body, and I started to really get that sort of mentality, that raw is law, as Doug would say. And personally, I find this really damaging. If we do not realize, as raw food educators, if we don't realize that a backup plan, a cooked carbohydrate backup plan, is essential to this movement, then we're being really irresponsible. We have to wake up. I mean, people like Doug and Christina and John and Don, they don't provide any backup plan. I mean, if you put out books and videos and information and blogs, and you don't provide a detailed, high-carb, cooked vegan backup plan, then you're being irresponsible. I'm serious about this. It is irresponsible. It is doing damage to the vegan movement. It really is, because people, I'm telling you, people come to this lifestyle from eating junk food, eating, a lot of rubbish, and they see this lifestyle as a bit of a fad, a bit of a cleanse. I'll do a 30-day challenge, I'll do a 30-day cleanse, and see how I go. They're really excited and everything like that, and that's fantastic. But they start off with the cleanse. They start with the raw food journey for 30 days, and guess what? They get undercarbed, predictably. Everybody does at some stage, so they get undercarbed, and if they don't realize that there's a cooked carbohydrate backup plan, they just go. They leave the movement as quick as they came, because they don't realize, they don't understand the body. They don't understand that the body needs carbohydrates, needs glucose, whether it's fruit, whether it's raw carbohydrates, or whether it's cooked carbohydrates. The body just really needs to get it in. The brain needs to get it in. So they just leave. And this is something that we've noticed over the last couple of years since we've been recommending like Raw Till 4 and a cooked vegan backup plan, is that on our website, we're seeing people leave the movement. And we were kind of ignoring this for a long time and weren't really taking notice. And people had more of a chance to stay on the lifestyle with our recommendations, our calorie recommendations, but they're still eventually falling off because, not everyone's like Christina, who has a maid to cut up a fruit and make a juice, and not everyone lives in the tropics. That's really lucky. Not everyone lives in the tropics or can get the amount of fruit they need or the quality they need to stay on the lifestyle. Let's just be realistic. Sure, they can move, but most people aren't going to move, so we need to adapt to what works for the mainstream. We need to adapt. If we're not adapting, we're being irresponsible. It's not okay for only 5 people in the world at any one time to be thriving on this lifestyle, like long term. It's not okay. And if you're not taking notice of that, if you're not changing your approach, then you're really doing a disservice to the whole vegan movement. Because we have the opportunity, when those people come in, we have the opportunity to give them a backup plan and to keep them vegan for life. Please think about that very deeply, because this is something that I've thought about a lot, and my main goal in life is to help people, help the animals and help the planet. And I feel that with this backup plan, we have the chance to do that. So when we create this little elitist kind of group, this bubble where, you're saying raw is law, like Doug says, and, Christina's like, oh, all cooked food is dead food. When we say this sort of thing, even if we're not consciously trying to create this elitist bubble, we are. Okay, if we're pushing this story onto people, it's kind of like a fairy tale. Yeah, raw is easy, you can do this easy, no problem, blah, blah, blah. It isn't easy for most people. You have to get real. It isn't easy for most people. So rather than exclude them from the club, let's include them. You know, let's not be elitist, like Doug says. Let's not be elitist. Let's welcome people. We want as many people as possible to be eating plants. We want to reach that critical mass where the planet turns vegan. Wouldn't that be wonderful? We don't have to be raw vegan, as long as people are vegan first and foremost. Let's get them vegan and let's provide that backup plan, because that is the main goal. Yeah, and let's not create this little group that excludes people. So if people fall back on some cooked carbohydrates, let's not chuck them out of the group. And I see that a lot in the raw food movement, and I think it's really, really wrong. And like I said, detrimental to the vegan movement as a whole. All right, so that's my little rant for today. Don't forget to go fruit or root yourself, and I will see you soon. Have a great weekend.